Welcome. We are TableGoth, group tabletop gaming enthusiasts and gothic aficionados. And tonight, we will be continuing our chronicle Styx and Bones from the book Cults of the Blood Gods by Onyx Path Publishing. Joining us, as always, are two special guests. But before we get into that, a quick warning. This game explores things best left in the dark. We will encounter unapologetically evil individuals, supernatural horror, and disturbing bloody rituals. Even our players will be portraying a group with very questionable morals. And tonight, especially, could be a bit rough, so please take care of yourself. Viewer discretion is advised. But without further ado, let's meet our cast, starting with who is playing Dario.
Greetings, everybody. My name is Joe, better known as DJ Toreador, Nolafanger on Twitter, and I'm playing Dario Giovanni Clanecata, a distinguished gentleman with scary fangs and a once father, now trying to find the answers.
Speaking of having all the answers, Boo.
I'm Boo, Nosferatu everywhere. I'm playing Clan Nosferatu, and I'm excited to tell them all the juicy deets.
And then we have Freddie.
I'm Ms. Petty Dreadful. I'm playing Freddie, and she's a gangrel.
And Camilla.
I'm Manny Morose, and I'm playing Camilla, and she is the Ministry.
She is the Ministry. And I am Bully. I am your storyteller. And this is our game, Styx and Bones. Okay, last time, Boo went to gather information from other Nosferatu about the local ministry, specifically, where are they? While the rest of the coterie went to the scene of the first murder, meaning there might be more to come. They were asked to investigate. Camilla used Majesty to gather the attention of all the police that were at the scene, while Dario and Freddie checked out the body. They found a man whose arm was ripped off and a terrible bite wound. Freddie's police contacts sent her the personal information about the victim as well. One of the detectives started to have a mental breakdown fighting against Camilla's mind-altering powers, but Dario wiped her memory and they released her just in time, and surprisingly things went okay, despite almost getting really, really messy. After that, they went to the victim, his name was Stefan, they went to his apartment. Freddie turned into a little snake, and Dario's homunculus hand gave her a ride up to the apartment window on the side of the building. There's a police officer inside transferring files from the victim's computer. They were not able to access those, and otherwise didn't really find anything of interest in the place. So, a coterie went to the Hakata, where they were meeting Oscar, but of course were actually met by Mother Anja. They let her know what was going on, as the Hakata didn't actually know that there was all these murders that were potentially being pinned on them. So they gave her the information, and Anja was obviously greatly concerned. So, as she went to plan a potential escape plan should the clan need it, the coterie spoke to the Priestess of Bones, Constantia, who was now in Gunther's body. They spoke about what little they remembered, and then Constantia offered to help. Because Dario wanted to speak to the ghost of his murdered child. So, Dario went and got a fetter from Adelhard, his personal journal that was left in his room here at the Hakata Haven. And we're going to jump back in. Dario returning with this journal as the Priestess of Bones, Cassandra, is getting the room ready for a ritual. And that's what will kick things off. Boo! What great timing, as you've done your things for most of the night. You've put out the feelers. You've gotten some information back. They do have a potential location, place called the Crooked Coil. It's sort of like an alternative medicine shop type of thing. You haven't actually investigated it yourself, but after you made a great impression on the Nosferatu of the city, and while the sheriff is busy, that doesn't mean you couldn't go to the rest of the clan. So you pulled some favors, shook some hands, did what you need to do, and you've got a solid lead on where to go if you want to find out where the ministry is hiding. And so, with that information, you've come to meet the clan or your coterie back at the Hakata Haven, where you would find them, and probably the first time you've also seen Gunther up and about as he's preparing candles and a bowl and different weird ritual things in this room. And you see the rest of the coterie. You'd probably be running into Dario as he's entering with a journal in his hand. So you're now reunited with the rest of them. So what would you guys like to do?
I will relay the information that I got from the other Nosferatu. I know where the suspected ministry headquarters is going to be in this area. I haven't first looked into it. I just know the name of it. And I know where to find it if we're interested in going that direction.
Oh, I think I'm interested in heading that direction at some point or another.
Yeah, I figured as much. Supposedly, it's kind of like a medicine shop. So who knows what they're cooking and brewing and holding up in there.
Who
Yes.
knows? Thanks, Boo, for finding that out for us.
Yeah, also, the Nosferatu in the city are wicked friendly. Like, I'm surprised we don't see more of them out and about.
How do
Well,
they? Oh, I'm sorry.
you're fine. Well, your kind tends to hide in the shadows or hide in plain sight without everyone looking. So just be careful going to the restroom, to a restaurant. There's always seems to be a Nosferatu hiding.
It's kind of our job, I guess. It's kind of what we've been to, but hopefully we'll get a little bit more progressive here in the next couple of years, and you'll see more of us around within reason.
I never told you, but I do respect what you're doing. I mean, it is a walking masquerade breach, but considering that more of your clan has a more unfortunate appearance, it's harder for others than you to get around. I recall hearing about someone in Seattle. I think he was a keeper of Elysium, and his fangs were like tusks. So it's kind of hard to walk around like that in public.
Yeah.
But bravo to you.
Yeah, we'll get there. At least, even if we can't be in public, at least being on better standing with other clans, getting us a foot out of the sewer would be really nice.
I support this.
So,
While this is going on, you see, I'll show you good old Gunther again. Gunter's body just staring at you guys, sort of head to the side, almost like a puppy a little bit, just curiously watching. It's nice to meet you again. Boo. You're at my resurrection. I remember.
yeah, you look pretty lively.
Apologize for that. Being pulled from the Tempest is quite an experience. You're the one who I was told the expert at all things modern.
Yeah, something like that.
I'd be very interested in picking your brain, getting a lesson or two. And he sort of gestures to where there's all sorts of like stacks of books and whatnot. These are fascinating, of course, but the history of many, many years pales in comparison what's happened in a very short time recently. That's what I want to know about.
It
Just
has been wild. But do you have a phone yet? Have they given you a phone?
No.
We'll get you a phone and you can text me anytime and I can do my best to explain as much
I-
modern stuff as I can.
I'm
I
not sure
have
they
a
can do that.
he goes through moves some books around and he pulls out like an old Sony Walkman. I have this.
Oh, dear child.
A
Oscar
Walkman.
has given me musical discs, and I do not like them.
Oh,
What CDs do you have?
He opens it up and it just is decorated and says Oscar's Mix Volume 6.
Oh God.
oh. So it's
So-
probably house music. Well,
Hang
apparently
in
you're not
there.
a fan.
No.
We'll maybe
get you
put
some-
something for you.
Yeah, I'll get you some music from my time. Growing up in the 1930s, that's when the music was the best.
I
He
actually
means
don't
well,
disagree
he
with
seems kind, but I don't like this. I don't know what I did to deserve this.
that. Oh,
He just sort of sets the CD back and anyway, we're getting ready to summon a ghost.
I will watch
Yes.
from over there.
Yes, please close the door and gather around. I think I have everything ready. Dario,
yes.
you know what to do, correct?
Of course.
Please, I'll be here to assist you as you need. But to summon the spirit, I'd like to see you do it first.
Okay.
And
Yes,
Dario,
to-
you have this ceremony. So you know what to do. You know you have a fetter, which you have in his journal. You need a
Yes.
photo, a visual depiction, or a signed name. Which luckily he has signed his journal. So
Hmm.
you do have that.
I do.
And then of course you'll need to pour some of your own vitae over the fetter. And then call
can do
out the name of who you're trying to summon while studying their signature. So, how do you proceed? As he's lit a ring of candles, nothing enough to trigger any of your fear of fire, and they're low burning, dark candles. That he turns off the other lights as the only source of light in this room. It's sort of on this just sort of pedestal in the middle of the room, this little column, where you set the fetter. There's a ring of candles around it.
Hmm.
Although not so close, you're going to burn yourself reacting with it. I assume the rest of you are just on the perimeter of the room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm standing as far away from it as I can, though.
Noted. Dario, how do you proceed?
He'll bite to get some vitae to come out. All right. And he'll take the journal and kind of with his other hand. Adohat, come forth. Speak to your sire.
I'll need a couple things from you. One,
Yeah.
starting with a rouse check.
Sure. Let's get it. Let's go.
You not
I'm
get
good.
hungrier. And then your ceremony check, which is resolve plus oblivion. Should be
So,
next to oblivion at the bottom.
for the summon spirit,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. It just says resolve and discipline.
Yep, that's it. So click ritual roll next to that.
Rouse. Control. Okay. Any modifiers?
Actually, yes. Add 3 to this since you're doing it in the Hakata Haven. It's quite
Yes,
easy to
okay.
do things like this here.
All right. 6.
That is much more than you needed. Everyone watches as he calls out to Adelhard's name, dripping his blood over this journal, which seems to almost absorb the crimson vitae into its worn pages. Then suddenly, all of the candles go out one by one until there's one left, the one right in front of Dario. Despite this very low light offered, You can each see your shadows distinctly. You can see each other's shadows along the walls. They're vast and unnaturally dark. Glancing around, there is one extra shadow without a body to cast it. A silhouette of a young man, long hair, sort of shifting unnaturally, not quite matching the flickering of the lone candle. And none of you need to be a medium to suddenly sense the deep anger in the room. It starts as almost like a static, just a light touch on the back of your necks. But then it turns hot. It feels like someone's slowly scratching at your skin. It's very discomforting, almost like it would be drawing blood. And it's getting worse, and it's getting worse as you all feel this burning, scratching pain on the backs of your necks. What do you do?
Adelhard, if you're here, my dear boy, no need to harm anyone. You can speak freely to me.
The sensation suddenly stops instantly for all of you. Dario, looking at what right now is only a shadow, another silhouette cast on the wall. You don't get a direct response, but you just get these feelings of confusion, of trauma, of anger, frustration.
Can my shadow's visible, right?
Yes, all of yours are.
Can I just use my shadow and kind of like put my hand on the shadow shoulder to like just kind of settle?
Yeah. So you moving,
Like,
not actually touching anything, but watching your
mhm,
shadow as it makes connection. And you see the
like it's a
head
comforting.
of Adelhard's shadow just turn and face your shadow.
And I just say, um, it's okay. Talk to me.
What
Adelhard,
happened?
oh my dear boy, that's what I'd like to find out. You see, I gave you the gift of unlife because this is something that you've wanted. And you met an untimely end that was not by my hand. I'd like to know who did that to you so I can take care of them.
I remember you. I
Yes.
remember blood.
Mhm.
I remember what it felt like. I was immortal.
Yes.
And then nothing. You can all feel just a tinge of that burning sensation again as he says
Do I
nothing. As it echoes through the room. All of you hear that.
sense
There,
like danger or just the feeling of like
Just a general uneasiness. This could turn at any
Dario's
moment. This isn't a safe
Dario
situation by any means, but
put his hands on both shadow hands on his shoulders. I know you're upset and I know you're angry and confused. Feel those feelings, but do not harm anyone in this room. You're now in the shadows, and that's okay. I just want to know who.
shadows.
Yes,
Shadows. I remember shadows.
you remember shadows. Who did it? What did this person or people look like?
Room was dark and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You hear again nothing that echoes. I did
Nothing.
not see who did this.
He's
So
one moment.
sudden.
It was sudden. And shadows, you say, dark.
With this, you see Constantia lean in over the candle towards you, Dario. Dario,
Yes.
you're met with a fork in the road. What do you wish to do? Do you want to take his pain and temper it, consume it, use it? Maybe seek vengeance on his reaper. Maybe tap into his power to fuel your own. Do you want to bend him to your will? Have your child serve you from the Shadowlands, to do your bidding for a short time, but ultimately severing your connection to him once his task is finished?
Hmm. What an interesting comment to make. Have him stay in the Shadowlands and do my bidding, or take his pain. It's an interesting choice.
Take his pain. It's also taking his power.
Say it again.
Taking his pain is also taking his power. It will be part of you.
Part of me in what way?
Only one way to find out. Which do you prefer?
Hmm. Before I get that answer,
Serve or a symbiosis?
how is Constantia looking at it? Because this is interesting.
They're very hard to read, mostly because the body, just like Gunther's body, is this like clean cut, ripped, like straight laced dude that's inhabited by this ancient priestess. Like it's hard to read them because they're, and you could tell they're like almost still getting used to so many parts of their body. The expression is just very, it's excited, it's curious, it's very,
Adelhard,
very focused on you for the first time, to where, I mean, everything is so new and interesting to them, but this, they know this is not new. This is their
Adelhard,
wheelhouse.
my dear boy.
You could just see, you don't hear a response, but you see the edges of his shadow just becoming a little frayed. Camilla, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does the way that they're talking to Dario, does it seem like akin to like almost like tempting him, like trying to get him to like choose a path, and both of them are a little, I don't know, just the way they're talking kind of makes me feel like they're almost like tempting him to one type of fate or another.
Let's do a wits insight to get something specific like that. Do you want to use anything? You are at 3 hunger.
Excuse me.
Ooh, no, I guess not.
Can I also do that roll?
You may.
Cool.
3 successes for Camilla.
Bye.
9. Two for Freddy, a bestial 2. If it was a failure, it's not. To Freddy, both options just seem weird. Like to Freddy, it seems like, yeah, this is sort of like temptressy, but not like, it's not like either option is better than the other though to you. Yeah, and Camilla, you're a temptress yourself. This is actually very similar to how you do your thing. They seem more interested in truly wanting Dario to choose whatever Dario wants to choose. They're not trying to push him one way or another. They're just genuinely curious to see what Dario's preference is.
And they're like really presenting the options as like the only two options one could choose in that situation, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it does seem like, the tactic of like, here's what to do. What do you do? Not really giving the person time to think outside of that box. So there is a little bit of that going on, but this seems more to be, them inciting Dario rather than trying to push them one way or another. And also, neither option necessarily, like I said, this is all necromancy. This is all oblivion, which of course seems scary and evil, but this is also what Dario does. So it's not necessarily neither option seems like it will be bad for him. If that makes
Mhm.
sense. You don't feel like Dario's in danger of making a decision that will hurt him.
Yeah, it's like morally ambiguous for the Hakata.
Oh yeah, for the Kata, this is a Tuesday.
Ooh.
And then you just see Boo up against the wall. Just like
Camilla's
fucking
just leaning
weirdos.
forward a little.
Mm, this is
Dario.
a very
Mhm.
interesting idea. Take on your pain, I'll have you serve for me. Or, oh, I never thought about this too. There's a third option. Can make one happen. How about that? It set you free.
Free from nothing? With this, you
At
see
all.
Constantia's face sort of furrow. How do you propose you will do that? How would you free someone from the other side?
That is between him and Cain. Has nothing to do with me. And it is an option that I'm thinking about. But, my dear heart, want to make sure I got everything right before I make my ultimate final decision. It was dark, you saw shadows, and then you saw nothing. Correct.
Can't be sure. Happens so fast.
Were they standing behind you or in front of you?
I don't know.
All right. Okay. That's fine.
This, you see Constantia being like, don't believe freeing them will get you your answers. You need
I
more
agree.
time to process.
Okay. All right, Adelhard. Want to say this in plain English to you. You were once part of the Hakata. You were my child, and now you are no longer unalive. So, someone took your life, and I'm going to find out who it is. And when I do, I will drain them every bit of vitae or blood out of their body. And I'll put them in front of a mirror so they can watch me do it. Now, I think I've come up with a decision.
What is your
You will
decision?
work for me. You'll work for me. In case I need you for any sticky situation, I think it'd be suitable to have you around.
Constantia leans in. A pact, then. Interesting choice. Temporary, but effective.
Is he still fraying about?
Not quite as much. And with this, Constantia will lead you through. I will show you how to compel his spirit.
Okay.
They take the journal. This will require more of your blood.
All right. Need me to do a rouse
Repeat
check
your
now?
oath. Repeat your deal. And we'll see how strong the bond is and what Adelhard's wraith is able to do in your service. Yes, so it'll be another rouse check and another ceremony check.
Okay.
A ritual check.
Rouse. Success. And which one is the summon spirit?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Same roll.
Uh,
Do you use anything for it?
nope. 6.
Uh, so So, making this pact, so you can see that one candle flares up. The shadow begins becoming frayed at the edges again, unstable in the flickering light, until it flares up, almost causing you to turn away a little bit. And when the flame returns to normal, the shadow is gone. But you see just in time for the journal, the pages to start flipping through incredibly fast, stopping on a page where you see what you have just said written out in your blood. And then you see his name signed itself. And then the book closes on its own.
Is it on the floor?
No, it's still on this pedestal, sort of on this ceremonial thing.
I'll pick it up and put it in my
Stancha
pocket.
says, "It is done."
For this moment, my dear priestess, but I have another issue that needs to be taken care of as well while we're all here.
First, let's finish this. Let me
Oh.
explain to you what just happened.
Go for it.
Adelhard's spirit will be able to perform a number of tasks dependent on your deal.
Okay.
Out of game, that number is 4. 4 minor tasks, or you can combine them to do 1 larger task, or 2
Okay.
medium tasks, sort of in a way of that. Once these tasks are complete, if you want to remain in good graces with the wraiths, you will make sure the fetter remains unharmed, and Adelhard will no longer be in your service.
You'll see him kind of like behind his glasses. He'll just kind of wipe his eye. Understood.
Perfect. Camilla, we are back. Boo is not feeling well, and so they're gone. We'll figure out how and why later. It's not important. We're taking care of our player. So that's why it was a sudden interruption. But back into the necromancy. Dario,
Yes.
you got your book. You have successfully now know Compel Spirit, as you've just done it as well.
All right.
What would you like to do? You said you had something else.
Yes. He's not going to look in Camilla's direction. He's like, Camilla, darling,
Yes.
about our little issue that we're having with our friend who lost an arm.
Yes.
Do you have anything that belongs to him?
Do we get something from his apartment? Or no?
Nothing.
I don't believe you took anything. You guys
Do
just
we have a
looked.
picture of him from the crime scene photos?
Oh, I took photos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I did.
photos. But you need a fetter. You need something of great emotional value to that.
Oh, okay. In addition to the picture, the thing. Okay.
Well, what did he like? I don't have anything of his. Never mind.
I'm sure we could figure something out. I mean, that's kind of
could.
the reason we started cooking up this plan anyway, so we might as well make it work.
I agree. Priestess. This
Yes.
has been quite educational for me. So I'm going to do you a solid, and I'm going to buy you
What does that
something-
mean?
a solid. Freddie, you know about words.
Yeah, in a couple languages. It's like a favor.
Yes.
But like not a favor as
Interesting
in like a pity
turn
kind of
of
thing.
phrase. Okay.
I'm
What
gonna
is
do
your
something
favor?
Not favor. I said solid. I will do this for you. I will bring you to help you. Probably another word you're not familiar with. Ante up. ante up your knowledge of current events, I will buy you 4 People magazines, so you can know what's trending and what's not, as well as attire.
So you simply have literature on just people. Interesting. That could
We
be
do.
useful.
Yes,
Aptly named and informative. I look forward to these salads.
yes, solids. My dear, he's gonna put his hands out to against Gunther's hands.
Yeah, gingerly place
He-
Gunther's strong hands in yours.
He's gonna hold. This has been wonderful. I will return with something else. Also, your teen magazines, your teen people magazines. So I will bring that for you, and I have another thing we need to do. Another spirit needs to come here, and I need your assistance.
Understand I am not here to do personal solids for you. This was a
Ah,
fun.
look at you. I'm proud of that. Quick.
This was an enjoyable venture, and I will do what I can in
Yes.
the future.
Yes.
But and it looks and past you. None of you even heard them approach, but you see Mora just standing in the doorway, watching.
So no one notices us.
No, I mean he the priestess clears his throat and nods the direction. That's when you turn around and yeah, you see Mora just silent as a ghost, just watching. And Constantian continues with, as I said, me and the Desir do have other projects we're working on. But I will help you in any way I can, time permitting.
Of course. I'm pretty sure I won't take too much of your time again. Just one more thing, and that'll be it. But I will get you those magazines to bring you up to speed to what's happening. So if anyone else has anything to want to say, please say it to the priestess. We shall be going. We have something to do. Freddy? Nothing?
Thank you
No.
for your help. Your knowledge has been invaluable, and if we're able to have your help in the future, more the merrier. If not, we thank you for all your time. We will bring you something better than People Magazine.
What's wrong with people?
I like people. Well,
See?
you have been, all of you have been very pleasant company. I do hope it won't be so long till. I'm glad we're able to meet in this way.
I agree. Good evening.
To you as well.
And he'll step out. He's going to walk out all the way outside.
Yeah, Mora steps out of the way, allowing you to pass them. Just watching each of you as you do so. They would put a hand out and kind of take your arm gently, Dario, as you exit. Lean in. I've been informed of what's going on. Do not let the kindred use their politics to stifle what our family is accomplishing. You have already done much for this clan. I can't imagine you'll start disappointing now.
Tut, tut. What a thing to say. Would I disappoint my family?
No, I say that with sincerity. While I was upset to discover what is going on in Munich, I found some relief knowing that you, it looks at Camilla, and your coterie were tasked with cleaning it up. You did such a good job with bringing the priestess back. They would not be here if not for you all. Please see to this other matter with the same efficiency.
You can count on that. This will be dealt with. I promise you that.
Look forward to
evening.
your rise in the family, Dario.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad us at this temple were able to be part of it.
Of
Sure, you're
course.
going places.
I can only hope. To the family, my dear. Can you leave?
Yeah, and then as you go, Morris steps into the room with Constantia, and you're left to your own devices.
And if they come out, they'll see Dario kind of like has his glasses off and he has a handkerchief and he's kind of like, fucking hate that. All right. Okay. We're good.
Dario, I'm going to
Camilla.
ask you a question, and I
Yes.
don't want you to take offense. It's a genuine question.
I'm already taking offense to it. Usually when people say that, it means to fuck me. So here we go.
No, you know what? I'm just trying to understand you just a little bit better to further our relationship, both personally and in the workplace. Are you actually upset about Adelhard being killed, or is perhaps the emotion coming from the bruising to your ego? Like I'm just trying to, there was such a little relationship before. I'm trying to figure out like if your heart grew 7 sizes that day, or how that's working out. Did fatherhood just change you? Because I mean, if that's how it works, then maybe we should all look into it.
Are you fucking kidding me, Camilla?
I'm not fucking kidding you. I'm trying to understand where this newfound passion for brand new kindred came from.
Where is Freddie at while this is taking place?
Freddie is there, eyes locked on whatever your next move is.
You'll see him kind of like he's making a motion like he's about to like jump at Camilla, but then he's kind of like, okay, I'm going to go out on faith of Cain that this is you being 100% honest with me. So
I'm poking the bear a little bit, but I am being honest in that.
You've poked this bear quite a few times. So we're practically pegging. That's how much you've poked me. So with that being said, but
You couldn't even hold it in after that.
I'm sorry. Opportunity presented itself, I walked right in. But anyway, so a couple of things. He's going to get very close to Camilla. If Freddie can see this, he's going to like close the space that they got.
Freddie steps right up to it.
Happy little family.
Camilla, you know, you've been riding my ass really hard, and you have not paid me. But I will divulge this information to you. Losing Adelhard did not bruise my ego, as you so eloquently put it. But I've never sired anyone before until that night. So that was my first ever child error. And I had plans for him. Once we were done with all of this, and we were able to go back to New York, I was going to have him work with me and expand the business. I had plans. Even as I drained the last bit of vitae from his body, I already had plans for what I was going to do for him and with him. And now to have that taken away just really pissed me off. But since you must know, I was a father when I was alive, and I've lost both of my children. So a repeat with a kindred just really fucks with my undead heart. And maybe it grew 7 sizes that day. It may grow 7.5. That is why I felt the way I did. So you're welcome. Now you've poked the bear. Now you see the bear for all its glory. Now, we have a murder mystery to solve. So if you have any more questions, take it up with the management. And he will carefully hands up back away from Camilla, and then he will turn around and walk towards wherever car so we can go do something.
Assuming this was happening on your way out, not quite out of the church yet. Yeah, after this, hands up, you take a few steps back. You would just hear a and turn, and Oscar would pretend to just now be walking around the corner. Oh, hey guys, fancy running into you here. I didn't hear. I just now was walking down. What's up? Anyway,
Where is Oscar?
just right,
Relatively.
just right there, right behind you.
What was he about to say?
So yeah, you guys met with Constantia, yeah? That's pretty cool.
You'll see Dario turn around and grab him by the neck. You have a really big mouth.
It's not so big.
Oh,
Proportionate to my head. I have big head. People always make fun of it. Not you too, Dario.
Oscar.
What? This
I've
really
never
isn't
met-
cool, man.
Oh, shut up. You don't even breathe. But you will listen to me.
I don't know. It's just the vibes. Okay, yeah.
He'll get really close to his by his neck and his ear and just how long have you been there? Hiding.
I wasn't hiding, man. I swear. I was actually just coming to check on you guys, and then you were arguing. So I just, I didn't want to walk in the middle of the argument. But then it was weird if I just left. I was just waiting for it to be done. I was hoping it'd resolve itself, man. When you guys fight, it fucking kills me. I swear. That hurts worse than what you're doing now.
I could kill you right now.
No, Dario, you wouldn't. We're cool, man. It's me, Oscar.
I know. Don't bet on that I won't kill you. But he'll let him go. You have information. Please speak freely.
I mean, we're still friends, right?
Of course, Oscar.
Yes,
Until you do
Oscar,
something.
he's
Okay,
only
good.
angry with me. He's just taking it
Until
out
you-
on you. Don't even
Until
think
you
about
do something stupid, and then I will put a mirror in between your legs as I emasculate you.
Man, are you sure you're alright? Because if you need time to just deal with your whatever's going on, I'll give you time, man.
I'm fine, Oscar. Talk. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I just wanted to hang out and say hi.
Okay, good. Ladies, what should be our next move?
Oh, and I know something about the murder. You told me stuff about that.
What do you know?
Hang on a second. He gets his phone out, starts going through it a little bit. As I go through my notes to remember. One of the a recent case. That guy who's a lawyer and whatnot. Prosecutor.
Yes.
Heiichiro Anzai. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who and he shows you a picture of this person, and it looks exactly like Hiromitsu. alias Hiromitsu. So when Hiromitsu, Hiromitsu is very good with money. He's it's why he was brought in. But I guess one of his projects or companies or something got caught up with this prosecutor at one point or another. And obviously it wasn't that big of a deal because like Hiromitsu is still doing just fine for himself, But yeah, I found that. Well, a friend of mine found it, and I begged him to let me be the one to tell you.
How long have you been holding on to this information?
I don't know, 10 minutes.
You are just a darling, Oscar. We're so thankful for the little legwork you did. So thankful. Right?
Yeah.
You
Right?
too, Dario?
Of course I am, darling. I'm very thankful for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. Let's just get back on track, man. You guys, you're throwing parties one night, saving the whole clan the next. You got a lot on your plate. I get it. It could be stressful.
Who sires you?
Why?
I'm just curious.
This guy in Hakata, he's not around anymore.
Oh, has he met the final death?
I thought so. And turns out he was just avoiding me.
I could only imagine why would he avoid such a beautiful creature like you.
I don't know. It's sort of a sore spot with me, to be honest. I don't like talking about it. Mother Anja was cool enough to let me, help out with her, though.
Okay. As you were saying, Freddy.
Who did you get this information from? If you don't mind my asking.
A lot of people owe me favors. I cashed in a bunch to see if I could find something out to help you guys.
Okay, I don't know, the more people you ask about it or talk to, the more people know there's scrutiny here on the clan, so be careful.
Oh, no, I was just asking about,
Who would you-
no one who has a problem with us is someone I'd be asking favors for, or I would owe me a favor. Yeah.
But
I trust them. They're totally cool.
okay, no, just
Oscar.
careful.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Do you know Panzer?
I know of him. Yeah, he's a troublemaker. I was there that night at at the club and our place. Yeah, remember I showed you guys that place.
Yes, I do. So, okay, my question is still valid. Do you want him dead?
That's pretty harsh. I don't really want anyone dead. Which is weird because I'm a kata. But I don't know.
Can you? Okay, all right.
I like talking to people who are already dead. I don't like killing people.
Then what? Never mind.
What?
Okay, nothing at all.
Cool.
So Hiramitsu is involved with this guy.
All I know is at one point, this prosecutor took down something Hiromitsu was involved in.
Interesting. Where is Hiramitsu?
Japan, I think.
Yeah.
Is he not on his way back here?
I think Mother Anja's trying to get him back or something. We'll probably need him if we're getting an exit plan ready. He's got a lot of the resources.
All right. Well, Oscar, I will say keep me posted on his return.
Yeah, I'll text you guys right when he gets back, sure.
All right.
I'll probably just be hanging on here to Haven. I don't really have much else to do, Unless,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Oscar, you've done an absolutely fantastic job, as I have already said. So we will get in contact with you as soon as we have another important task, and you can help us wrap up this little mystery and finish it up in no time.
Oh man, yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love to help you guys out. That'd
You
mean
hang
a lot
tight.
to me. Okay, yeah.
Don't be worried about a thing, and we'll
Copy
get in
that.
contact with you shortly.
Yeah,
I'm
awaiting
sure.
orders. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, you
Thank
guys,
you.
good luck out there. Be careful. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Real weirdos.
Real weirdos. All right, I think we need to go to the car now. We'll see you later, honey.
Yeah, it kind of goes for like a not sure, do a high five or maybe a half hug.
I'll
I will
give
give
him
him
a
a
hug.
hug.
Oh yeah, okay,
We both hung him at the
okay.
same time.
Oh, this is nice. Fred, are you getting in this?
Okay.
My back.
Yeah, Freddie gets like mostly Camilla in the hug.
This is the culture I know. This is the culture I know. This is good.
She probably like pats Oscar's neck where he was just choked out because she does feel kind of bad about that. Like, hey, bud, I'm sorry.
Oh man, already forgot about it. This
The
is
nicest
good.
thing Freddie's ever done for Oscar.
All right, you guys go get them. I believe in you.
I know, Oscar.
Okay.
Now get in the car.
Yeah, you guys head out. Donovan was sort of on standby this whole time. Usually waits inside while usually them and Edith switch off, or one of whoever's driving waits in the car, and the other person's hanging out inside in case you got a sudden task. But yeah, Donovan was sort of on his phone, just impatiently waiting for Oscar to be done being Oscar. And like, okay, where to next?
The herbalist shop? Doesn't that make the most sense?
I
Herbalist
agree.
shop. The set tight location. Yeah, Boo informed me of that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. And then yeah, I'll
Donovan,
open the door for you to let you out. Yes, sir.
are we still standing outside, right?
He's opening the door to let you out of the church. So you're still inside the church.
Okay. I'm just gonna hug him.
All right, back to this, sir. Okay. And he pats you, hugs you back.
And I'm gonna like whisper in his ear. Find someone who's just as talented as you are. Okay.
May I ask why?
I'll just please.
Right away, sir. And yeah, with that, you're let outside. Head to the car. Freddie would probably notice it first. You can see Edith through the front windshield, just sort of slumped over in the driver's seat, covered in blood.
I am panicking, like pulling her up to check if she's still alive at all, or if blood will help. Like I've just gone into.
Wait, so we don't see this?
No, Freddie's the first to notice. Freddie's
Okay.
very observant, and the rest of you would immediately notice as you're approaching the car. Yeah, you would see this scene.
Yeah, I'm
What the fuck?
seeing if I can give her blood, if there's anything.
What's your hunger at?
2?
None of you are at 4. Okay. So no frenzy checks are needed. Yeah, give me a wits. Do you have medicine?
I don't think so. No.
Just give me a straight wits then.
I'll. Should I? If I rouse, will that cause a frenzy check later? Or no? Or is that just to make sure I don't?
So if you're at hunger 4 and around all this blood.
Okay, no, yeah, I'm with you. Okay, I'm gonna rouse then, because then I'll get 2 extra dice.
You will, but if you get hungrier, like you just did. Okay.
Okay.
So make your check first. So wits, add your 2. Three
3
successes.
successes.
And then go ahead and do a frenzy check.
Any modifiers or no?
No modifiers. This would be difficulty 3, I believe.
Two successes on my frenzy.
So as Freddy is flung the door open, is desperately trying to check Edith to figure out what happened, what was wrong, getting hungrier in the process, just pushing her over as Edith is covered in fresh blood, which immediately is just too much for Freddy's beast specifically to bear. As you guys see Freddy's fangs pop out as she lurches in towards
Can I spend a will?
Edith. We're gonna take a break and we'll discuss what we could do when we get back. Bye. We are back. Freddy has just killed Edith. What you
No.
no,
Sorry.
Freddy threw open the door. Got that sniff of fresh, delicious smelling blood as her hunger began to rise. And you're in a frenzy. So you two see Freddy take a moment to you see it hit her. You see just the wave of hunger, and you see her fangs start to elongate. Like you know the look.
Oh shit.
What do you two want to do? Freddy, when you're in a frenzy, you can spend a point of willpower to regain control of yourself for a single turn per point. So, would you like to
We'll do
spend a
that.
point of willpower to?
Hmm.
All right, so you have one turn. What are the three of you doing during this turn?
Where's Donovan at?
He's right there.
If this is gonna go down the line,
You have Donovan. You have Saint Michael in the car, or you have Saint Michael around. You brought him, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'll say he went in with Donovan because I usually don't like. I don't think Edith would have wanted to sit in a car with a zombie. So
No.
we'll say Saint Michael and Donovan are right there with you.
Oh
Saint
shit.
Michael for the
Donovan.
audience is a zombie.
Yes, my zombie. Donovan, give me a stick now.
He hands you a steak.
I'm cool. Fish.
For you're not cool, but you're
Yeah.
suppressing the beast for a precious few seconds.
Okay. Mechanics question.
Mhm.
If I eat something, will the frenzy end or no? I haven't done this enough.
Yeah, in a hunger frenzy, you need to get your hunger down to 1.
Okay, then I will just say get help, and I'm gonna take off like back behind the church. And can I use feral whispers to summon an animal to me or small critters?
Yeah. Give me your Feral's Whispers roll, which is what charisma.
When I did that, my chinchilla lost his mind.
Yes. Camille, what are you doing?
I was gonna throw myself in front of Edith, but if I'm gonna yell at Dario and Donovan to help Edith because I am too hungry to do anything, and I'm gonna just chase after Freddie
Okay.
to make sure she doesn't hurt anyone.
Freddie, charisma animalism.
Right.
There you go. You got a steak in your hand. Freddie took off. She said, "Go get someone."
Okay.
What's your command for Donovan?
Donovan, let me eat Edith. I'm kidding. Donovan,
Freddie's at
check a pulse.
5 hunger now.
Did you roll for me?
No, didn't you just roll?
No, I'm trying to roll animalism and it's doing a rouse check, which I don't think I need to do for this. So I'm gonna try it a different way. It was just.
It is a rouse check.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm. I haven't touched your sheet though, but it is
okay.
a rouse
I
check.
was just trying to roll my animalism one.
We'll do a rouse check first. We'll just do a new one.
Okay, great.
Well, it's up to you if you want to do this. So you okay? So you're at hunger 5 now.
Shouldn't I be at 4?
No, you're already at 4. That's why you frenzy.
I was at 2, then I gained 1 at 3, and then I.
Yeah.
Oh, you gained 1 at 3? I thought you gained 1 at 4.
No, I had 2. So should I not have frenzied?
Yeah.
Hey, we're in it now. We're rolling with this. You're at 4 now.
Fine.
You're at 4 now.
Okay.
So
we're
rolling with it.
I was only at 2 before. Okay, great.
Got it.
Okay. Donovan, check a pulse now.
And then give me the Feral Whispers roll.
Oh, okay.
Next to your disciplines, you could change the first one to be whatever. So whatever plus discipline.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I see.
Well, you figured that out. Yeah, Donovan's holding her pulse, and she's alive, sir. Sort of looking over her. This isn't her blood.
What?
Her pulse is it's out of control though. She needs help immediately.
Oh shit! Where's
Freddie? 0 successes.
Complete fail.
Okay, so Freddie takes off into the night, trying to call some animals to her to feed off of. Unsuccessfully, as no one wants to get next to this frenzying beast. Camilla's running after her.
In heels. I can imagine.
So that's what happened that turn. What do you want to happen on the second turn? He's spending another willpower, Freddy, which will be your last, I think.
That's my last one.
All right, so you'll be impaired.
Yep.
So all your social mental stats will be a -2, or checks. Okay, what are you doing? Or if Camilla has something she wants to do.
Yeah.
Can I like help look for like an animal that is just in the alleyway? Can I like help her look around for a rogue rat?
You can try. You do not have any skills to be decent
Can
at that, but you could still roll for it if you want to do that.
Can I do the roll with assistance?
No, because she's not trained in those skills.
Okay.
That's how I'm ruling it.
Okay.
God. Never thought it'd end up this way.
What are you doing? Freddy, Camilla.
What do I need to roll for to look for?
This would be wits.
Like, okay.
I do with survival.
Yeah, it would be with survival, but you have no survival. So just be a straight wits roll.
I'll try.
Okay. Do you want to do anything? Rouse or anything of the sort?
I'm at what, hunger 3?
3.
Okay. No, I'll just do it.
2 and a bestial failure. And you cannot re-roll that because those are all hunger dice. Freddy, what are you doing?
I was going to attempt a similar roll since I can't supernaturally seem to get the animals over to me, just to see if I can find a stray cat. Since this is
you can try again.
I'm at 4. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I get more dice this way. I get a bonus when I'm hunting, though, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Your specialty, so yeah. Add a dice for that.
Great. 7 successes.
So you take off, kind of run around the side of the church.
With messenger.
You come across this poor raccoon that was digging through the trash on the side. You just sprint, and Camilla, you see Freddy throw herself, like go in the air, crashing into these trash cans and just tearing into this raccoon, which will not. You have to go to hunger 1 to get out of your hunger frenzy. It takes a couple animals of this size to knock down 1 hunger.
Okay.
So you've begun to feed. You're not sure how long this will keep her distracted, Camilla. Dario, what do you and your ghoul and zombie want to do?
Is the Vite on St. Michael?
No, he's just standing. You haven't told him to do anything. Donovan checked.
He wasn't in the car.
Oh, he wasn't in the car?
No, he was inside with Donovan.
Okay.
So they both came out of the church with you.
Okay. And it's not Edith's blood.
No, but we need to do something. I don't know what's going on. Her heart rate's out of control. This isn't good.
No, it's not. I don't need to take her to the hospital.
I don't know what else to do.
Fuck. Hold on a second.
Where's Camilla? And he's just looking around, seeing her chasing after Freddy. She's
not here. I guess I'm not a doctor though. Let's see. Can I check on her to see what's going on?
Yeah, you can give me a wits medicine.
I do not have medicine, but I can just roll straight wits.
Actually, roll weights, add 1. So
Okay.
for something that potentially could help, but by telling you what it is, we'll sort of give it away.
Okay. So just click the wits button.
Yep.
Okay. Second attribute, none. And 1. That's complete
0
zero.
successes. You have no idea what's going on.
I do not know.
But she seems to like, yeah, you could tell she's, you don't know if
Something's
she had a
wrong.
heart attack, something. She's alive, but her vitals are all out of whack and at
Okay.
dangerous levels. You sort of checking and you feel like she's burning up too.
Shit. She's sick. Donovan, what's the closest hospital?
I could get on my phone and check. If you want me to take her there.
Yes, now, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and he'll. Are you coming with me?
Yes.
Okay, and he just pulls her out, gives Edith to you, and he hops in the driver's seat.
I'm just gonna hold her, kind of like, hey.
Yeah, you try to get her, and she's just her head's just lolling back and forth. And say he, any command for your zombie.
Hop in.
Okay, you guys pile in. Donovan takes off. Camilla, what do you want to do? Freddie is spending her last turn where she has any of her facilities about her to start draining this raccoon.
Are we kind of like behind the church now? Or like on the side of it?
Yeah.
Is there a door?
Yeah, there's a side door.
I'm gonna pop in there and see if there's a gallon of blood lying around. See if I can get any help.
Okay. You run into the church to get some help. Yeah, there would be. I mean, there's human servants who are there, and they usually work in the above level, the normal level. So yeah, you would run into one. Yes.
I don't know how the niceties usually go, but I don't really have time for them. I'm a little hungry. Could I ask you for your help?
Yes, we can go down below into the feeding area if you'd like.
I need this very quickly. I have a friend and she's having some trouble, and there's another friend that's also having some trouble. I don't have time to do things the proper way, and I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I could go get someone, and we'll see who's available.
Please hurry. It's an absolute emergency.
Okay. Are you trying to get them out, or are you fine letting them going to find someone else?
I'm going, you know what? I don't have time for this. I'm sorry, I don't really have time for you to go grab someone else. Can you help me right now?
I'm usually not one of the ones who's a donor, as you would say. We have other people for that.
Where are they and how long is it going to take? Because I don't really have fucking time for this, hun.
Yeah, just a few minutes. Go see who's available. There's protocols to all of these things, of course. And they start heading down. I mean, you know, Freddy's this will be too long. If you don't get this person out, Freddy's gonna be on the loose outside.
Okay, I'm gonna use Majesty then.
Okay.
If that would be of help. I assume it will be of help.
You can. That is 2 rouse checks though. You are at hunger 3.
You know what? I'm gonna use entrancement instead.
That's 1 rouse check. It's much easier.
I can do that.
You also have compel, which is free.
Fuck it. I guess I'll do compel. I like the cheap stuff.
If you could compel them, just look her in the eye and say, "Go outside now."
So I'm gonna feed from them.
You're gonna feed from them.
Yeah.
Okay. Feeding takes time. You don't have brutal feed or anything. So in the time you feed from them, again, Freddy's gonna be.
Freddie might be gone.
She'll definitely be gone.
Okay, I'll take them with me.
So are you compelling them to essentially just go outside
Yes.
immediately?
Yeah.
Okay. They're mortal. That's fine. Yeah, you use compel and say, they're kind of getting you the run around a little bit. You just look them in the eye and say, go outside now. And they just nod and they go to the shortest distance outside, which is near the side door where you were at. And as soon as the door opens, you would see Freddy just holding by the tail two raccoons, one completely drained, just finishing off another, just this insane feral look in her eyes, throwing both of these corpses down and throws herself at this woman as the doors open, knocking you out of the way, slamming her into the wall, then just tumbling onto the floor with her and then just biting into this woman and immediately just begins to feed.
So my one now, or
The animals have taken you to 3, and you could take 2 safely from her. Just to make sure that you can hold back from this. You have no willpower left, do you?
no, I was hoping you were going to say the word composure next.
Were the animals both one?
No, it would take a couple animals of that
half.
size to equal
Okay.
1. So Camilla, if you do not intervene, Freddy will drain this person dry.
I will intervene.
How do you intervene?
I'm going to throw myself at her because I can't make her stop. So I'm just gonna
It would be strength brawl.
run into her.
Am I at any kind of disadvantage?
You are,
Probably not.
but Camilla has 1 dice for this. So unless there's something else Camilla would like to do.
Kind of you to do, but
I mean, I can.
I see Joe mouthing stuff. I know. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah, physically, you're not gonna. There's not a good chance you're gonna be able to pull Freddy off. You might be able to get her attention to get in her head. Maybe that's probably your only option.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Which one would actually do it?
I mean, compel works on Kindred too. You could just try to compel her to do something to. I mean, you can compel someone just stop feeding. That's a command that she would have to do. Or you can get a mental maze going and just really fuck with her till she doesn't know what's going on, and hopefully this girl can escape. Or Majesty. Although,
is compel strong enough to go against a frenzy though?
Yeah.
Is my question mechanically?
yeah, it's just a roll. It's a roll off.
Okay. Okay, well then I guess I'll try compel.
Okay.
Can I rouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll risk it.
Freddy, give me an intelligence resolve.
Cool.
And you're at a -2 because you used all your willpower.
Oh,
You're impaired.
Okay. That helps a
Oh.
lot.
Can I put that modifier -2? Does that work?
I think.
I only get 2 successes, but I only rolled 2 dice, so that's not bad.
All right. All you have to do, Camilla, is not mess this up.
Nice.
You do not get hungrier. You got 5, a messy critical. You frenzy. No, you don't.
Fuck yourself.
What's your command?
Stop feeding.
So you want her to stop feeding. That's what you want to do. The beast is annoyed though. and the beast alters the command just a little bit. Yeah, you just get her attention, even though she's feeding. You're able just to pull her away just enough where she sort of looks up at you. You make eye contact for just a second, and you say, "Get the fuck out of here." And Freddy just gets up, blood still just dripping down, and she turns and just takes off into the night. By the time your beast subsides a little bit, as once again you're cleaning up people's messes, that's when the full sort of realization what happens. This woman, you look down, she's alive, but of course Freddy didn't close the wound, so you're gonna need to get her inside and get her help. And also, you don't know what the fuck happened with Edith, who's the real concern right now. So, sake of brevity, you get this ghoul person inside. You get them to someone who can take care of them. They're not your problem anymore. What you do next?
I'm gonna start stalking towards the road where everyone was, kind of like maybe, I don't know if it's the general direction Freddy went. But I'm gonna pull out my phone and try to call Dario.
All right, Dario, get a phone call.
He's not going to answer.
Oh no. Okay.
Camila hasn't fed yet, so I can only go up from here.
Camilla.
Mm-hmm.
You give me a composure resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Which is me doing it. It's just for 2 successes is just enough to where it's very annoying your call was not answered. But who knows what the situation is? That it might literally be to where Dara's in the middle of dealing with helping Edith, and you're hoping that's the case. You give him the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna. Did I see which direction Freddy went off to?
Roughly.
I'm gonna start like stomping that direction. I'll try to call her cell phone first before I try the car party.
Okay.
Again.
It takes a few minutes, probably 15, 20 minutes of you just walking away, calling her. Eventually, Freddy, the effect sort of wears off. You've technically completed what you were supposed to do, which is the fuck away from her. You sort of come to answer your phone. Well, if you want to answer your phone, you can.
I'll answer my phone. I'm sorry. Is Edith okay? What's happening?
I'm not really sure. I haven't been able to get a hold of Dario. I'm gonna try to call Donovan again and see what's going on. Where the fuck are you?
There's like buildings and trees.
You ran a few blocks away. You can head back, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can come back if that's okay.
That's perfect, Freddy. I'll give Donovan a call and see if he has any more information than Dario.
Okay, I'll try Dario or see if I can.
That'd be perfect. Let's just try to get a hold of somebody.
I'll call Dario.
Dario, do you answer Freddy?
Where are we?
On the way to the hospital.
Have we made it at all for brevity?
No,
we're
not yet.
Still riding.
You're close. I would say you're probably pulling up in the parking lot now.
What the fuck was calling now? No. He's going to get out of the car and get Edith.
Can I leave some voicemail?
Camilla, are you calling Donovan?
Yes, I am.
Donovan does answer because Donovan's
He does.
not going to piss off another kindred. As soon as he answers, you just hear the name of the hospital they're at. We're at this hospital. We're getting Edith in now. We don't know what's wrong with her. She's has extremely high fever. And you can hear just commotion of the hospital now. There you see him on the phone as you're sort of helping her in. People have come and put her on her stretcher, and they're starting to take her away. As he sort of quickly explained what happened, and he's back as if her pulse was dangerous levels. Her heart rate, temperature. I don't know. The blood was not her blood.
I want, if I'm in the close proximity, you can hear.
Mhm.
I want to be heard saying, "Doctor, I need to be in there with her now. That is my wife."
Okay. Are you intending to go with them, with the doctor?
Yes.
Probably gonna have to use a power to do so, because they're not gonna let you anywhere near them when they're trying to do this.
Okay.
But you have dominate, so if you'd like
I do.
to mesmerize, you may do so. All
I would love to mesmerize someone.
right, it's a rouse check.
Okay, let's do it.
You're at hunger 4.
That's fine.
But yeah, unprepared mortal. It goes off. When the doctor's just fine, yeah, stay with us, stay out of our way. The other doctors just sort of look at them, but this one seems to, I guess, be in charge, and they're just going with it. So yeah,
Tell me everything.
you rush to the back with them.
Okay.
Camilla, Freddy, what are you doing?
Going to the hospital, I guess.
Do we meet up?
Yeah,
Are we able
yeah.
to the
Yeah,
Chronicle?
you and Freddy meet up.
Do we have a car?
Your van?
Cool. Hop in the van.
It sounds like we won't be able to do anything there. Do you think there's a chance we pick something up clue wise by the
I can
church?
look.
You think
I
you
can
could
look.
sniff something out maybe?
Yeah, can I do a wits investigation in the scene of the crime? Is it?
Yeah. I mean, the vehicle and the victim are gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Just the parking lot, yeah.
Hmm.
I'll do what I can here before we go.
I mean, the blood wouldn't have just like randomly appeared unless it came from within the car, potentially. So,
Yeah. Investigation,
am-
wits investigation.
Am I at a disadvantage for this?
Yes.
I only have wits. I don't have investigation. Sorry.
7 messy critical with the -2.
So, you look around, really look around. You do a very thorough job. I mean, you can still smell the blood lingering a little bit. Some of it seems to have probably leaked out. There's a lot of it. Probably leaked out on the parking lot a little bit. But a very little bit, where it definitely, I guess, originated somewhere from inside the vehicle. It wasn't, you can't see a trail of it coming to or from the vehicle. You sniff it, taste it. It is pig's blood. It's probably why it smelled so good to you. It was animal blood, potent animal blood. And with this, yeah, you just turn and Camilla and you just go pig. And you just see Freddy just get more animalistic as her gangrel compulsion kicks in with her messy crit. So just gonna be, you can really not do much besides one word responses, just sort of grunts and noises, one words. And you're feeling temperamental, animalistic. Not necessarily in a frenzy by any means, but just, yeah.
Camilla definitely like notices this.
Yeah, you could see just a change in her demeanor.
Seen it before. Excellent job, Freddie. let's pop back inside the church to see if anyone saw anything. Maybe Oscar heard something he didn't think was important, and he can let us know. And I'll call Donovan back in a few minutes because he apparently can fucking answer his phone, and then we can get some information there. So
you go
pop back
inside.
inside the
You
church.
find Oscar. I'm assuming you say what happened and ask if you saw anything. Yada yada yada. Yeah, he was. I mean, long story short, no. I was in here. I was in here before you guys were in here. I did not go outside for any reason. I mean, people know this is Hakata turf. It's pretty bold to fuck with someone, you know, we're right on the outside their haven.
Oscar, I don't know very much about the powers of the Hakata, but is there any powers that might be able to help us tell anything about this blood? Anything about what happened out there?
Cameras.
Or
No.
cameras, technology?
No, it was pretty technology light around here, you know. I don't really know. There's lots of ghosts around here. I can see if one of them saw something.
Oscar. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go get my stuff and I'll do that. I'll
If
be
you
right
can
up.
figure this out, you might be my favorite Hikata in the whole game.
Really?
Don't think- I'm not.
I mean,
just
even
joking.
Dario? You know, I mean, Dario's so cool. You don't. Wow. Yeah, okay. And yeah, he sprints off to head down into the church.
Freddie looks at Camilla after she walks away, or after Oscar walks away. Mithras?
I mean, it could be.
Hmm.
I mean, it could be a coincidence that it was my goal that was reached at the point in time. It could be Hiramitsu trying to throw things off the cake. It could be the Camarilla. It could be whoever killed Dario's child, or I don't know. There's too many moving pieces who are too mad at too many people.
Well, this is going on. Dario, long story short, you get they are able to diagnose that Edith is overdosing.
On drugs?
They found a puncture wound in her neck from a needle. She was injected with something. Some sort of dissolved solution of cocaine.
Okay. So they're going to.
She will make it. They have her stable.
Okay.
She's going to be out for a little bit, but yeah, there's no wounds on her at all. Besides that,
she's in a bed, right?
Yeah, I mean she's still being treated. This is sort of what you get, but it gets to the point where you're sort of eventually ushered out. There's a lot of workers coming back and forth, other people. It's very late at night, so it's kind of a slow night. So it gets to the point to where your presence is about to be either you're going to have to start showing identification and be subjected to questioning, or you can sort of take your leave, whichever route you want to go.
I will.
But she's not conscious.
Okay. Where's Donovan at?
He'd be in the lobby.
Okay. About to ask a very triggering question. I will leave the room, but is there like a ward around?
What do you mean? Like
a burn ward or a cancer ward part of this hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking to feed?
Yes.
I'll say it's not that difficult in this situation at this late at night to sneak into a room and feed from a
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
sleeping patient.
They're already in the
Um,
hospital.
Yeah,
They'll be fine.
you can drop you can sate 2 hunger.
Just 2?
You could do that for free if you want to keep going. We can make a roll.
No, just 2 is fine.
Okay.
Now close the wound and now walk out of the hospital. Well, I'll walk out into the lobby and I'll tell Donovan what I just was told.
Mhm.
And I will call Camilla back.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. What have you found out?
Oh, not even a casual hello. You know, you're Southern. Anyway, I'm not going to keep ruffling your feathers. My dear, our sweet Edith was quasi-poisoned. She has been injected with cocaine.
Seems a bit pointed, wouldn't you say?
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. She is fine. She's going to make it. But she was injected with cocaine.
When will she be out?
That I'm not sure.
Probably the next day or 2.
Because he'll look around in a couple days, couple nights for us.
And Camilla, you know all about overdoses and things like that.
Mhm.
You peddle cocaine. Edith has probably partaken many times.
Mm-hmm.
But assuming Dara described that she was injected, you know that when cocaine dissolves into a liquid like that, like water like that, that's when it can become prone to make someone overdose or something similar.
Right. Would I know if like feeding her my blood would help at all?
Yeah.
That
Well,
would, like,
she is already Gould, so
Yeah.
if someone was not Gould, no, but yeah, she's already has accelerated healing because she is a ghoul, so
which is probably why she survived anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want, Camilla, I can give her some of my Vitae to help speed up her recovery.
Would that help? Not. I don't. Mostly, I'm worried about her staying there by herself until she gets better. You have any
What would you
suggestions
like
for
me?
that?
I would have St. Michael stand for her, but I don't think it'd be wise to have a 6-foot-something zombie watching over Edith. And I need my own good myself. What happened to Freddy? Is she okay? Please tell me she did not meet the final death.
No, she's fine. There are some raccoons and a ghoul or something. She's fine. We're working with our friend Oscar to find out what happened. Maybe a ghost saw something.
Okay.
Do you know of anyone, Hekata or otherwise, that could keep an eye on her for the next couple days? Or is there someone in the hospital you can mesmerize to make sure there's a constant watch on her?
I could do that, if that would make you comfortable.
Her safety would make me comfortable.
So, a boon, you say?
Mesmerize wouldn't be able that's
It's not long term.
it could be a complicated command, but it's still a single command. You would need what's the level 4 one? The one where it's sort of an if then or a conditional command.
That is crap, I forgot.
My other character has it, but yeah. So just to mesmerize probably wouldn't be enough to. It'd
You
be a little
couldn't,
too
like-
complicated to make someone like stay with this person.
Because then they would
until
have
blah,
to,
blah,
like,
blah.
if you mesmerize them to like make sure this person was watched over, they would have to like communicate that to the next person.
Yeah,
and they
submerged
wouldn't be actually
directive. Yeah.
There it
submerged.
is.
So you wouldn't be able to dominate someone into truly watching her in the way you intend all day.
Okay.
I mean, you have River. You would probably Boo would, I would assume, be comfortable. Probably not the best person, but it's an option. Maybe not the person Edith wants to see when she wakes up, but
maybe River can watch for now, and then we can
Splendid.
find someone else with a more substantial track record of not being high the entire time to keep an eye on her.
Let me get this straight. You want me to call River Boo's girlfriend, who is usually high out of his gourd, to protect Edith or watch over her? Got it. It's not a problem at all.
Tell him if he can stay sober and keep her safe this entire time, I'll get him whatever substance he wants afterward. I just need this to go smoothly.
yeah,
I'll text that to him immediately.
yeah, you could do that, or you probably Boo do it.
Mhm.
We'll say Boo dipped right after your one thing to check up on more Nosferatu business, but easy enough to text her, be like, "Hey, this happened. Can you make sure River?" I mean, Boo is no problem bossing River around, so
Mhm.
done and done.
Thanks, Boo.
Okay. Is there anything else, Camilla? What is going on? You
It
mentioned
was
Oscar was helping you.
yeah, it was pig's blood and
Pig's blood.
yeah, that some yeah, I don't know what that means.
Wait, from that movie?
Carrie?
Yes.
Oh, I've never seen it, but I know there's
You've
a lot
never
of
seen
blood.
it, but you know
No.
the name. Interesting. Okay.
Pulp culture. I try to keep up with. I read in People magazine one time.
Told you. It works.
But Oscar's going to help us see if any ghosts in the area saw anything happen, because then I'm going to go deal with some things.
So it's pig's blood that's in the card right now.
Yes.
All right. One moment. I'm gonna just where's Donovan at to me in the lobby?
Right there, always.
We're gonna go outside to the car. And I'm gonna open the door. There's still blood in the car, right?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Can I do an occult roll on this?
To do what? What are you trying to accomplish?
On the blood to see if it's like a ritual or
I'll give it to you for free. I mean, it looks like someone just dumped a bucket of pig's blood.
okay.
I mean, there's lots of rituals that use copious amounts of blood, but I mean, you don't see any signs of any ritual. I mean, you know what happened. She got stuck with a needle. That's no ritual.
Is there anything in the car that stands out, like a paper or a note or anything? Nothing
No.
like that. Okay.
No sign of forced entry or anything like that.
Donovan, I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
We'll get to the bottom of it, sir.
We will do that.
In the meantime, do you want to meet up with the other two? Are you guys meeting up at
Absolutely.
the church, or do you want to meet up elsewhere?
I think Freddie mentioned a Oogie Boogie shop, so we go there.
Are you telling the others, or are you going straight to the Sedite place?
I'm still on the phone. I'll say,
Okay.
we'll go over there. We'll go where your kind is normally at. So let's go.
All right.
Doing that, I'm assuming you'd wait a few minutes to hear back from Oscar. Oscar come back. I can't get a good read if they didn't see anything, but I think one of them might be lying to me. It's either I don't know. I don't know what's going on, or they're confused. I can't get a straight answer. This happens sometimes. Something weird happened for sure. Uh, Something that either also made the spirits nervous, or I'm not sure.
Oscar, do you think maybe we could ask? I know in ceremonies or in tests, which we have a lot in my group. Sometimes having multiple individuals of power can help a little bit. So do you think combining your power with, say, like Mora's read on the spirit world might get us further answers?
Maybe. I mean, they're definitely very very good at that. I'll bring it up with them. Uh, I don't know if we'll get to like immediate right away results, but I mean, if something happened on Haven property, they'd want to know. So yeah, I'll check in with them.
I'd really appreciate that, Oscar. Please let us know right away.
Yeah, I'll text you as soon as I find something out.
Thank you. Well, Freddie, seems like there's nothing I can do about this immediately. So, you want to go check on your girlfriend?
Bitch. And Freddy heads out.
Okay. So you guys meet at the Crooked Coil. They're waiting for them. Okay. And Freddy, your compulsion would pass during this time as well. So, the Crooked Coil is it's just a whole section of sort of crowded small shops. Sort of a less affluent area of the city. But sure enough, you see one of those shops. Obviously, they're all closed now. It's very late. But one of them, yeah, just says Crooked Coil. Has a little shepherd's crook at the sort of seemingly peaceful looking snake sort of coiled around the handle. Not like I don't know. It's interesting. Usually a snake on something is sort of imposing. It's very chill colors and whatnot. What stands out is a bright red door at the entrance. As the three of you meet up. And yeah, it's just in a cluster of other, not even alleyways between them, like just a row of buildings where the buildings are sort of connected.
Is the door up? Can we open the door? Or is it locked?
That's just what you see from outside. So yeah, if you go to approach Dario, you'd see suddenly drop to his hands and knees. As Dario, you're hit with a wave of something that just causes you to buckle. And you're looking down, your hands looking down at the sidewalk. And then you look up, and it's not your surroundings that you were just at. You look up and you see in like metal, like an archway, and you see the words, "Die Liebe hört nimmer auf." And you see sort of this sign that says that, and you look below the sign, and you see this young couple sort of intertwined, sitting on the top of some steps below this archway. You can see that their warm breath is sort of meshing between them as they're holding each other close against the cold. And then suddenly, you're right there with them, and you see this man lifted into the air. You see arcs of blood erupt from cuts to his neck and torso before his body is slammed on the concrete at your feet the stomach churning crunch. You see the young woman try to scramble away before something catches her by the leg, pulls her close, but pulls too hard, and the entire leg is removed. And you see blood just leaking from the wound like a broken faucet. And her screams turn to gurgles as her throat is squeezed shut. And then you watch and you follow down the steps as the blood just sort of goes from step to step to step. Then you see your hands again. You see the blood sort of flowing past your hands before you sort of blink, and you're on your hands and knees on the concrete outside of the shop.
My God.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Fucking Hansel and Gretel. I don't know what just happened, but I'll just like describe the scene and tell them what happened.
Sure.
I
Yeah, he describes the scene to each of you. Freddie, you know German, and by my perfect pronunciation, you know those words mean.
You say them again and I'll try.
Well, I already said them perfect the first time. It translates to "love never ends."
I heard love in there, so you got that one.
I got all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, Freddie translates this, and it's sort of an almost maybe a little bit of an archaic way. Which Camilla, you're a nice Southern woman. You know your Bible. You know Corinthians 13:8.
You know,
It's a Bible passage, and that combined with the scenery, and Freddie knows Munich.
mm-hmm.
This sounds like it's one of specifically this large building in the Nordfriedhof, the Northern Cemetery. They have a columbarium, a place where the urns are kept, and it sounds like that's what he was describing. Dario, there's something about that. You didn't see something about to happen or something that had happened. You witnessed something happened in the present.
So seeing two breathing people intertwined with each other was fascinating. I haven't seen that in quite a while. Well, at least in the past couple of nights. And the gentleman was exsanguinated, I want to say. Cuts all over his neck and body. Right, running down some steps. And the girl that he was with had her leg ripped off. One of my favorite numbers. I do it myself, but also converged on the same thing and started going down the steps.
So the question is, are you heading to this scene? Or are you continuing into the Setite temple?
I think we go there now before the cops can get there.
To the temple or to the scene?
To the scene, yeah.
The ripping of a limb might not just be a coincidence.
Yeah, I think this is our guy, so or girl, whoever. Let's go. Right?
Fine. Let's go.
We can always hunt our snakes later.
Okay.
Of course.
Pile in the van, we'll say, since the other car is covered in blood, and take off for the Northern Cemetery, which unfortunately is not very close to here. Other side of the city, but it's so late that there's not going to be any traffic. You can make it there in decent time. But it's also getting late to where cutting it close to daylight as well. You might have time to do a quick investigation, but not much more than that. This will be the last thing you'd be doing.
Oh.
So, you speed through, arriving there to the Northern Cemetery. What do you think I have a thing for? I do. The Northern Cemetery is huge. It has over 34,000 burial plots. There's a chapel there, a mortuary, and the place you saw in your vision, the columbarium, where urns are kept. The largest cemetery in the city, sort of at the suburbs, outskirts. There's also a lot of greenery. For being such a heavily used cemetery, it's still kind of a beautiful, sort of serene park. It's peaceful. It's very respectful in that way. You arrive, and at this time of night, obviously, to no surprise, there's no one around. And because it's not like a closed gated thing, you can kind of walk right in. Like I said, there's plenty of greenery and nature around this where you could sort of cut through to make it a little less obvious. Freddie knows roughly where this columbarium is. Going through, you don't run into anyone until you get a little closer. Then you do see a couple individuals who sort of notice you at the same time. Two men in suits. They sort of look as you guys sort of step out of the trees. They're not saying anything or doing anything, though. They're just watching you.
Are they like by the scene of where we're trying to go, or can we walk past?
They're on the way. They're not quite at the scene, but you can pass them to get to where you're going.
Yeah, Freddie's just gonna go past and sort of let the aura of people don't like to be around her kind of just.
Yeah, they give you a wide berth and they let you go.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Can I look them over to see if there's any kind of, like with the Mithras people, there's like a ring maybe if they're important. I know they might not be that important, but if there's like any kind of like clan type of symbolism on them.
I'll give it to you for free at it. Looking them over as you pass, there's nothing of that sort. I will say that well, I'll give you a wits insight check if you'd like.
I love that.
With 3 successes, they recognize you. You do not recognize them, but they sort of you can see a look of like. At first, there's a little bit of caution. Then once you get closer, there's recognition on their faces as they sort of let you go. They know your faces for one reason or another.
All of our faces?
Seems to be.
Seems like it? Okay.
Or whoever they do know, they're comfortable enough with letting the whole group pass.
I'll take like stock of their faces just in case I need to describe them later.
Okay.
And then I think just like out of an old superstitious like vein that Camila like she's in like a cult, but maybe a cultier cult. Like she starts like kind of almost like subconsciously like reciting Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13.
To them or to yourself?
Just like under her breath, kind of as she goes by. Like, it's a weird passage with Baptist, which she grew up with. So it's kind of like a weird thing to happen. And there's so many cults involved. I don't know. It's just like almost compulsive, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that happens. They, again, just keep their eyes on you, not like staring you down, but they just sort of casually watch as you pass. They don't seem to react to that though. As you go, and then you go a little further without running into anyone else until you see the scene that Dario saw. You see I think the building's there. Yeah, where you can see the sort of slow sloping steps. Oh, that's the wrong side of it. There is an archway over it with those words. And sure enough, are a couple of corpses at the top of the stairs. Blood leaking down. And then you see, even from a distance, because it's drawn quite largely, at the base of the steps, some sort of necromantic symbol drawn in blood with a discarded leg nearby. And 2 individuals specifically looking at that symbol. You recognize Terence Rusk and Anna Fleischer. Terence in his thick gray wool coat over a dark blue suit. His golden sun ring, newly returned to him, catches in the moonlight as he is holding a phone to his ear. As you get closer, you can see that sickle pin displayed on his lapel. Then Anna, who, as soon as you get within eyesight, only has looked at Camilla. Anna dressed in all black, a lion pin on her coat, and some sort of electronic tablet in her hand, which she seems to be writing notes on with a stylus. Terence
Can I
looks
just
over.
take a picture of them at the scene of the crime on my phone?
I was going to say I want to take a picture too.
Sure. You guys.
I'm stay back a little ways back, and I can see this. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Snap a couple pictures. Terence smiles for them. Kind of covers, says something else on his phone, and then hangs up. Well, now, not surprised to see you lot here. We have limited time. The police will be here soon, I'm sure, though my men should be delaying them. Although, he looks up, the sun might arrive before the authorities do.
I suppose you just stumbled upon this on a jaunt through the lovely cemetery.
No, ever since you won the Hakata burial jar at an auction, I've had men posted at every cemetery in the city since then. And lo and behold, look what we've stumbled upon.
Wow. What a random and useless waste of manpower.
Is it now? It's quite short-sighted, even for a snake. So the way I see it, you're either returning to the scene of a crime, or someone wants to get the local Hakata in trouble. Which I could not imagine who would want to do something like that. Really, it's a shame. Mother Anja's worked very hard to get your lot in a very good standing in the city. Either way, I'm sure you're here to investigate or do something of the sort, so please do not let me get in the way. If anything, I would like to help you in whatever way possible. You have the cult of Mithras and all of our resources and political sway at your disposal. I really would like to help you clear the Hakata name.
So as you might be able to earn that jar for your own little dalliances.
You've taken all the fun out of it by jumping right to the end of, but yes, I will be having the jar in exchange for our cooperation.
Can I just start investigating?
They're purposely sort of standing between you and that. You can start just approaching, if you want. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, I am, and hang on. Let me pull up my character sheet.
Wait a minute.
While you're doing that, can you remind me, did the Camarilla say not to let anyone know that we were officially investigating?
Yes.
Okay. I thought so, but I just wanted to confirm before I said something stupid.
Camille or Freddie, give me an intelligence resolve.
Oh no!
-2.
Can I rouse and make it a
Even.
flat roll?
Yes, you can. Wait, did it go? Did you roll? There it is. 1 success. Freddie, as this talk is happening, Freddie never has need or patience for this. She just starts walking to start looking at the crime. And Terence goes, "Oh, sorry, lass. Wait over there until the adults are done talking, then you can come back." And then Freddy immediately turns and begins walking back to where you came. Funny girl, that one. As I was saying, in exchange for the jaw, you have the resources of the Cult of Mithras behind you. And I think that
Excuse
could
me.
go a long way. In fact, I've already sort of thought of who the culprit might be. And if they're not, well, perhaps they should be.
I'm gonna ignore everything he says and turn around and get in front of Freddie and like either I don't know if I need to compel her to come back or just like get in front of her to like I don't know exactly what I have to do to break whatever he just did. If I just need to compel her or speak to her.
Yeah, you can also dominate. Yeah. If you're going to use compel,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, give me your charisma dominate, which I will do for you. Are you wanting to use anything or hunger 3?
I'll rouse.
Your hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 2 successes, which was quite a bit lower than the dominate effect on her now. She just literally walks like essentially through you if you don't get out of her way. He just looks at Dario. Oh, this is something. Anyway, you're a businessman, right? I'm sure you see where I'm getting at. I'm assuming you've already used the jar for whatever you need it for, so you give us the jar, and I think we can all come to the conclusion that those damn Setites were at it again, don't you think? If anyone has the audacity to pin something on a respectable clan, it would be them. So, and with you coming to the same conclusion that our organization comes to, I think we might be able to convince the rest. And in the meantime, hopefully you can actually get to the bottom of whoever is doing this. I'm not 100% it really isn't them, to be honest.
You're doing a lot of talking and not a lot of answers or actual thought. First of all, you're incredibly rude. Good evening.
You're a common thief. I'm giving you all the courtesy I can muster.
Beg your pardon.
And this isn't exactly a negotiation. This is an offer. So what I need from you is a yes or a no. Will you be giving me the jar in exchange for cooperation and pinning this on the ministry? Or will our investigation have to find that the Akata really are at fault for this?
Your investigation. It sounds like it was commissioned officially?
No, but we are here. And once the prince hears about what we found...
Oh, I mean, Dario, I don't know. It sounds like they're wanting to pin things on people they don't have evidence for.
Correct.
I mean, and I wouldn't want, and she'll like give this like grin to Anna. I wouldn't.
The minute you look
want
back at
anyone-
Anna, she immediately, like, she can't make eye contact with you. She looks down.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want a sweet, darling girl like that to be involved in such a corrupt investigation.
Oh,
Especially after she won that ring back for you.
she did.
Listen to me, you fucking snake. These tactics won't work on me. You've got to
Again,
the weaker
rude.
of the two, just as I got to the weaker of you 3, and he points to Freddy. We could go back and forth all day, pushing our pawns around and having fun at it. But I'm trying to find agreeable terms with people like you. Are you giving me the jar or not? And if the answer is not, you can fuck right off right now. We've got this taken care of. You won't be looking at this any longer. And he puts his hand out to Dario. Gentleman's agreement. Or is this the final blow to your little family in Munich?
Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Very quick, interesting question, because now Dario's and he's ticked off because these are his little toys to play with. Especially Freddy. It's not yours.
Ooh.
Is there any way I can take him to the Shadow Realm?
I don't know what that means. The power to pull him. You don't have that power, but you have Stygian Shroud. Or what do you mean by that?
Have Alahard take him into the Shadowlands. We are
That
in a cemetery.
is very much beyond Adelhard's capability. That is a level 5 Oblivion thing. But Adelhard can certainly throttle this individual if you would like.
Yes.
What do you say?
I would say, first of all, you insulting bastard. Don't you fucking ever call me a thief again. First thing. 2, do not mess with my coterie. I have not fucked with you. You've called me a thief, and that is, I've been called a lot of things in my own life, but don't toy with me. 3, he's pointing it out, that little bitch came to my party and tried to show her ass and talk to me like she was my fucking mother. And 4th, he's gonna take out the little
Journal?
Yeah. Adelhard, my dear sweet child, take care of this situation, please.
And with that, the book flies open. The pages start going quickly. There's a sudden gust that blows through this scene. And that is where we'll end this episode. So, it's a good note to end on. I'm excited to see how this goes as you decided to fight the Cult of Mithras. Just a long time coming, honestly. Okay, so that's been our story this time. Hopefully Boo's feeling better, because Boo is going to be very useful to conveniently show up in this scene, if so.
She really is.
Otherwise,
I can hear her now. Hey guys! Oh shit!
Oh, I actually thought of a really cool way for an entrance. So hopefully it's Boo's better. Let's do our necromantic rituals to hope for that. Otherwise, Dario, who's playing him? Who are you? Tell the people where to find you, who you are, what you're doing.
Hey everybody, I'm Joe, better known as DJ Torador / Nolafanger on Twitter. You can follow me there. Almost all the ST from Montgomery by Night and possible Montgomery by Night adjacent. Still unsure. Whatever. All good. Catch me on TableGoth. They had me. Other streams. Pretty cool person. You like what to see. I'm playing Dario Giovanni, a very pissed off, angry Black Giovanni man who was once a father. And now we're in the shit. And I'm ready for it.
You got a ghost child now. You just
I do.
Commanded to attack.
I am Ghost Dad. I'm Ghost Dad.
You're Ghost
Daddy. Freddy.
Hi, I'm Ms. Petty Dreadful. I played Freddy. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ms. Petty Dreadful. You can see me playing all kinds of games over at TableGoth. Check out our other V5 game we run. It's called Taste of Youth, and it's full of drama.
Also, if you head to your local Amazon Rainforest Cafe, you'll be able to hear Freddy's soundtrack in the background.
If you like frogs, then you're welcome. And if you don't like them,
plague of frogs upon her home right now, and she could explain what she did to deserve that later. Camilla.
I'm Mandy Morose, and I played Camilla this evening. I'm also in all of TableGoth stuff. I also help with our tutorial videos.
Mandy, you are the mind, body, and soul of those videos.
I'm at least the comedic relief.
You're something. Anything else?
No, I mean that's my claim to fame. my outtakes on our tutorial videos.
That's Mandy of blooper fame. And I am Bully. I'm your storyteller. When I'm not running stuff at TableGoth, you can catch me playing with Table of Horrors in our Victorian London game where I'm playing as Amici. Or you can catch me over at the Overlord, where I do Call the Abyss, Chicago game, where I play my cowboy Banu Hakim. I don't know. Oh, this is coming out way after that, so I can't really update on you. Who knows? But watch them if they're still going on. They're great. And watch our stuff, even though this stuff is over. So thank you. Bye.